Tracy. In this video, I want to talk all about books. This is one of my favorite subjects, and I decided that I want to have a reading journal this year. I've never had a dedicated reading journal. I'll always just write the books that I'm reading in my regular planner. But this year, I'm embarking on a kind of reading challenge for myself when it comes to my cozy mystery readings, and I wanted to create a journal. I didn't want a bound book because I do not exactly know how I want to set it up, and I felt like I wanted certain things in the front of the book and certain things in the back of the book journal. Shall I say, I wanted certain things in the front of the journal, certain things in the back of the journal. Like, I have an idea of how I wanted to flow, but I knew it would take me some time to kind of create those pages, and I did not want to have enough pages in the front when I started. It was just a whole thing. Are you journaling girls and planning girlies will know what I'm talking about. And so for that reason, I have settled on an A5 journal because I felt like a B6 was too small, A6 was definitely too small, and I just felt like A size is where I live anyway. My main planner this year is an A5. Rings, I've just been an A5 ring girly for a really long time. This is a very old Kiki K. She's been around the way. I got this one off the Kiki K website many years ago, maybe over 10 years ago. I don't even think Kiki K is in business anymore. I will pop on the screen if she is, and I also put a link in the description box if she is. But yeah, it's just something that I absolutely love. I'm not going to set this all the way up today because I do want to get a few things. Like, I can envision what I want my entry pages to look like, and they involve distress oxides. I've never used distress oxides before. I don't own any distress oxides, so I will have to purchase some. I am going to go to the art store this weekend and see if they have any, and I'll purchase some there. I'll also go to the library and buy a few old books that are like really weathered and kind of brown and maybe falling apart, because I envision some of that in my entry pages as well. But before I even open this up and even get started and talking about the book that I want to talk about, the first part of this video, I can't do anything until I show you these gorgeous stickers from Anika's Creative Closet. Let me tell y'all something. Baby, I've been loving Anika since before she created her brand. I was just really such a fan of Anika's and her personality. And when she started her brand, I was like, yes, support. And I've just watched her brand grow so much. And I've watched her grow and watch her get in her bag. And I am just an Anika's Creative Closet lover. She's also such an avid book reader. If you go to her channel, she will have, vlogs about her shop, but she talks a lot about reading lately, and she's been creating more and more reading stickers. I've shown you some of her stickers in the past, but she's created some new stuff. So I want to show you what I recently picked up with my reading journal in mind. I also think that she's going to be coming out with some other items soon for a reading journal. At least she teased some, but I went to the shop to look for them and I didn't see them, and so I don't know. But this is an order that I picked up her. It's probably been about a month or so now, but I wanted to show y'all these. So these are the freebies that came in my order. I mean, the die cuts. The die cuts come in really handy when I'm doing my junk journaling. So I love the die cuts. This is another little freebie that was in there. And then I just stuck this one in here because this is the one I've had from the past. And I wanted to keep all of my Anika's Creative Closet bookish stickers all in one place. So let's get into this. Let me move this out of the way because we'll do that flip through in just a moment. But this is Brick. And like I said, I already had one of those in the transparent. I got these in the premium stickers instead of the washi or transparent stickers because I knew I was going to be using them for my journal and I wanted them to look a certain way. So that's why I chose these. This is from the past as well. This is Scarlet. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Let me know. I think this is Azure. I think that's how that's pronounced. And I got these in the black and the white cup. This is Coffee and a Book. I am drinking tea. I'm a tea lover. I only drink coffee if I'm struggling. And today I'm not struggling, so we're drinking tea per usual. And so these are some of her smaller ones. So I'm gonna pull, I got a lot of repeats in different sizes because I just had so many ideas. So this is Bookish in the small. This is Bookish 10 in small. I think that's what the X is. This is Bookish 5 in the small, I'm thinking. That's what the V is. Girl, look at that. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's just cute. That's just cute. I have such a great idea to use her. And then we have Bookish 9 in the small. Reading is therapy for show, for show. For show. Okay. And so here we have Bookish 10 in medium. No, Bookish 5 in medium. Bookish 10 in medium. And Bookish 9 in medium. And now let's get into some big stickers. So we have Scarlet in big. This is stunning. I don't know if you can see the details in the earrings and in the hair. This is just so stunning. Oh, I love it so much. And then we have Azure in big. Brick. Oh, well, she's gorgeous, y'all. Just the details of this Anika. I'm just loving the blue shadowing. I think that's such a nice little added touch. It really gives it such romantic vibes. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Then we have Bookish 10 in big. Bookish 5 in big. I feel like I want her as my introductory page, but I have to figure that out. Reading is therapy in big. And these are some deco sheets. I've had these deco sheets before, and girl, I repurchased them. I did. That's so good. I repurchased them because I just really am so excited about setting up this journal. So this deco sheet is books are a uniquely portable magic. Reading is my jam. Reading is lit. And then we have Bookish 2. And I got them going in both directions because I may want to use them more than one time and they'll be in a different orientation. These are on transparent. I think maybe I either clicked the wrong button or they weren't available in premium stickers because I was intentionally not getting transparent. But if I got transparent, that means that I did something wrong and I wanted them in both orientations. And it's the same way with this one. I wanted both orientations because, like I said, I didn't know which way I wanted to use them. I got this one in transparent and this one in transparent. I think, like I said, I just wanted these again, and if maybe she didn't have the premium available, I'd rather have them in transparent than not have them. So this one is Bookish 1, I think, and it is, I like big books and I cannot lie. I love reading. If I can't bring my book, I'm not going. Okay? Books saved my life. I'm gonna tell you a story about that one in just a second. Books and Coffee and Book Nerd. I just love the flower detail. And then this one again is in premium. It's just this premium paper is so nice, y'all. Look how much more vibrant the colors are in the premium. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a transparent lover when it comes to Nika's Creative Closet. That's kind of what I've gotten for her mostly, but the difference is crazy. I just love this premium. So I got all of that. And then when I was thinking about putting like a cover page together, I was thinking about, where's my girl? I was thinking about this girl, right, as a cover page option. And I have this image in mind of like some distressed paper, like with a hue, like a brownish hue to it, with some old books torn, and laying her down and then kind of kiss cutting her on the pages. Girl, it's gonna be a whole process. It's in my mind. It's not anything I've ever done before. So I was thinking about putting florals with her. Anika also has these really great series in her shop of the art of becoming, and she has all these sticker books that she does in single colors. The pink sticker book I own, the green sticker book I own, and so I wanted to get this one. I do not know if she offers all of these sticker books that are colored together in a box set, because that would be great. But I do want to get all of her colors. And so I'm going to flip you through this really quickly to show you kind of what's in here. So as I'm going through my reading journal over this year, you would have already kind of seen this. And yes, I've already used this. I wrote someone a letter. And if you guys know, I always take a big sheet of legal paper, and then I use that sticker there, and I kind of create my own stationery. Look how gorgeous these girls are. Y'all, did y'all know brown could really be this sexy? Of course y'all did. Y'all watch my channel. But anyway, it's just such a sexy sticker book. I love it so much. It's just really, really good. And so this is Anika's Creative Closet Shades of Brown. And so I had ideas of using some florals in here along with her to create a journaling page, like the introductory page. Like I said, I need a few more things before I can do that. And it depends on how I'm feeling, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, sometimes I just want to journal and plan by myself, because it's truly my hobby. And I don't mind sharing the after, but sometimes the process of it is just like something I want to do completely on my own. So as I was saying, I was deciding that I feel like an A5 would be best for me in creating my reading journal this year. And so I pulled this out. I knew that I obviously have several A5 agendas, but I also knew that I had somewhere in my office a stash of dot grid paper that I had gotten from Amazon. Just so happened they were all here in this planner. And so when I opened it up, it had this dashboard in it. I was like, if this ain't perfect, I don't know what to tell you, okay? This is perfect. As you can see, I've done nothing. Literally, I opened it up a few minutes ago. It looked just like this. I go, I want to start filming today. And that's what I did. So here we are. And this dashboard, I cannot begin to tell you where I got it. It's somewhere on Etsy, but it's a really good quality dashboard, and I felt like this was perfect for my reading journal. And so I just have a ton of good, I think this may be 180 GSM dot grid paper, just a ton of it. I will pull some of the dot grid paper out because it's pretty thick, and I'll just kind of work through it. Back in the back, I have a page lifter from the brand Foxy Fix. I don't know if that brand is still in business or not. I'll look it up. You guys, I'm really bad about my description box, but one of you guys made a beautiful suggestion to me, and I'm gonna try to start making sure I fill out my description boxes. Anyway, I have this back here, and this is just the original notepad that came with the Kiki K. It has a pin loop. I really love this kind of checkered pattern on the inside, and it's just a button that says the navy button that has a K on it for Kiki K. So you will see this change and evolve. I just don't feel the need to do everything right away. Like, it's the middle of January and I still barely have my main planner set up. I'm literally whiting out dates using inserts from 2024 last year, because I will get the inserts. I just don't feel the need to rush to do everything anymore. And I feel like that gives me so much more space to do things how I really want them. And so I'm going to take my time with this. But what I do want to do today is I want to journal about my first book of 2025. And because these pages can be easily rearranged, I'm just going to take these 2 pages and just start. And whenever I get ready to make my introduction page, I can pull them out and move them to the front. I can move all around and just be really, really fluid with this journal. The first book that I read this year was this little book called titled The 100 Dresses by Eleanor Estes. This is a scholastic book. So this, I believe, is an elementary book. A children's book, a kids book. I know you have like your preteen books and your YA books, and what are they called when they're kids books? I don't know. But this is a children's book. It's a children's book, what it's called, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you about this book. Last year, I maybe read 4 books the entire year, but I remember 2 books that I read. I'll pop them up on the screen. One of them was a book that I read for book club, which was January last year when I was very determined to be a member of book club. That lasts as long as John stayed in the army. Girl, I'm not a book club person. I want to be, but I'm just not. Anyway, I read that book, which was good, and I do want to finish that series because that was a series, a romance novel. And then the second book that I remember reading all the way through was The Burnout by Sophie Kinsella. This was my first Sophie Kinsella book, you guys. And I promise you, if her writing is like that in all of her books, I want to add her to my authors to read list because I loved The Burnout. So much so that it's the only title of the book that I remember that I read last year. I don't remember the other 2. I did that one romance book and I finished a total of 4 books last year, but I don't remember all of them. I just remember it being such a small number. Typically, I read 2 books a week, 1 audio book and 1 physical copy. So going from 2 books a week to 1 to 4 books in a year was real crazy for me. I started many great books and I just couldn't read them. I did some journaling and figured out why I was having a hard time reading. And so I'm working my way through that. My aunt passed away last year and I was in the middle of a book and I just haven't been able to finish a book since then. So this year I really, really need to get back into this hobby because it's just a happy, happy place for me. And I want to get back to a place where this thing makes me happy again. So I'm a firm believer in the small, easy wins. I do that so much at work. Listen, the low-hanging fruit, I'm gonna grab that first. I'm gonna get that done so I can feel absolutely accomplished. So I've been doing that with everything in my life. I've been doing like, let's do the low-hanging fruit thing. Let's do the easiest thing. Let's get the small win, quickest win out of the way. And for me, that was this book. This book has about 75 pages in it. 78 pages, and a lot of the pages are like this. They have illustrations on them. So like this was, both pages are illustrations. So it's not a true 78 written pages, right? So to get me out of my reading slump, this was an easy small win. This book I got from my friend Rachel. She told me that this was her favorite book. It's like one of the very first books she's ever read, and it got her into reading. And Rachel is one of my many reading friends. So when I was saying earlier that books saved my life, Rachel and I were talking about this book the other day because I was telling her, I was like, hey, I finally read The 100 Dresses, and I promise you this is one of the best books I've ever read. And that's when she started telling me the story of this book. And the fact that she was willing to share her favorite book out of all the books that we've ever discussed and talked about was such a beautiful thing for me. Like, I love so much that she was willing to share this part of herself and then tell me how much the book actually meant to her. This book is about an elementary school girl named Wanda Petrovsky, and Wanda wears the same blue dress every single day, and she talks, there was a group of girls talking and admiring one of their co-workers, one of their classmates' dresses. And Wanda kind of walks up to the group and said that she has 100 dresses all in her closet, lined up in her closet. And the one most popular girl in school, Peggy, is like, yeah, oh yeah, well, why you wear that one every day? Why don't you show us? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it was like Peggy teased her, and the other girls kind of chimed in because no one wants to go against Peggy. But Maddie is Peggy's best friend. And Maddie starts feeling weird about the way they're treating Wanda. She doesn't love it. And you get Maddie going through these changes, and you're seeing her thought processes. And one day, Wanda doesn't come to school. And she's not noticed. No one misses her. The next day, oh, wait, Wanda's not here. Was she here yesterday? Then the next day. And so Wanda doesn't come back. And they're trying to figure out what happens to Wanda. And while they're figuring out what happens to Wanda, so many things happen in this little 78 pages. And half of them ain't even all pages. Listen, this book was so good. I love this little book. I love it so much. And so what I want to do, because Rachel and I are going to hang out together Saturday, I'm going to give her this book back. But before I give it back, I want to go ahead and create my journaling pages, kind of look at some quotes and things that I want to write down here on these pages before I do that. And how I'm planning to decorate this page is I want to find 100 dresses, right? So, but technically not 100 dresses, but my thought process is that I am going to take this binder is from Minnie Rose Co. I don't think she sells these anymore, but I love it, and it's a great place to hold my Peyton stickers from Goldmine and Coco. So I want to go through here, and I'm going to pull out, because this was an elementary school book. I know Peyton is a grown woman, but you know, she has an immature look to her. So I'm gonna pull out all of my Peyton stickers that have dresses on, and I'm gonna create just like this kind of bottom of the page. I'm gonna put all these Peytons there, and then I'm going to then write at the top of both of these pages what I want to say about the book. So this is what my brain is telling me now. As I get into it, I will find out if my brain was right or wrong. But anyway, this is what I'm going to do, and I will pop back in and show you what it looks like. So this is what I mean when I said I really wanted to be able to be fluid and move through my reading journal. Like I said, this is the first reading journal that I have ever done, and I knew I was going to make some mistakes because I had so many ideas for this journal that I've never executed in any of my journals. So I just wanted to make sure that it would be to my liking. And so I created these 2 pages and just absolutely hated them. White out, like the balance was off. I cut off half this flower, and it was just like it wasn't feeling right at all to me. I was trying to make it right, and it just wasn't working. And I was like, no, I don't have to keep these pages. I can throw them out. Yeah, I wasted some stickers, but girl, I have stickers. It's fine. So then I finally went through, and I feel like this is what I was trying to accomplish, but it is taking a little over an hour to finally get this exactly right. And so I just was able to stick them here in front of the journal. And if I choose to use these 2 pages, I can. Look how crinkled that is. But if I choose to use these 2 pages, I can. And if I don't want to, I can stick another page in here. And once I get the month or the beginning pages like I like them, I can always just glue them together this way, and then it'll be a more cohesive journal. So this just gives me so much more freedom. So my reading goal this year, oh wait, before we get into that, you remember I was saying that I needed to go to the library to get an old book so that I could make some sort of background that I had in my head. Well, I went through my own collection and I just thought I couldn't, all of my books, I was like, no, I can't, nope, I can't, chop this book up because I really like this book. I don't buy many books, so whenever I buy a book, it's for a very specific reason. So if I own the book, it means something to me. And so I was like, no. But then I thought about it. I was standing in front of my bookshelves. And I was like, I think I can make something shake. So The Serial Murders is a culinary mystery series by Diane Mott Davidson. And this book that I'm holding is the very first cozy mystery I ever read. This particular book is the book that made me fall in love with the genre. I haven't finished this series yet, but I do own most of the series. I'm still looking to purchase because I do want to own this entire series. So this was the beginning of the cozy mystery love in Tracy that is before you today. And I just thought there is absolutely no way, but this is like the type of book I was going to be looking for when I went to the library. One that had just like these really yellow pages and just this really weathered looking book. And this is what I wanted. And then I was standing there in front of my shelves and I remembered that the back of each one of these books has the first chapter of the next book in it. And since I have the next book, I don't need to worry about these pages. So I just ripped out the very back page, and that is what you see here, which makes this spread even more special to me because I'm planning on reading cozy mysteries seasonally this year. And so I have a plan, and the fact that these excerpts are actually from one of my favorite cozy mysteries just makes this spread so much more special to me. So when I say I'm planning on reading seasonally, I fell in love with seasonal living when I was following Lisa Marie. Her website and her brand is Paper and Glam, and she really showed me how there is beauty and magic in every season, every single day when you live seasonally. I was a person that disliked fall and winter very much. Summer was okay, but I found myself only thriving in spring. And that's something that was just very clear to me, that the spring was really the only season that I enjoyed living, which is only 3 months out of a year, okay? So, I kicked the whole tripod. Okay. So once I started following Lisa Marie, she taught me that there was just beauty and magic in every single season. And ever since then, I have been living seasonally, and I honestly do enjoy my life so much more. So cozy mysteries are very atmospheric, and so it's easy to read seasonally. So I have a stack of books so far here. I just have 3 that I want to talk to you about. And as we go throughout the year of reading, I will keep introducing you to them. So this is a soup lover's mystery. So this will be my January read because it's set in the winter. It's the first in this series by Connie Archer, and it's titled A Spoonful of Murder. And so in the back of this book, there are some recipes. The recipes didn't look that intriguing to me, so I found another recipe that I want to cook the week that I read this book, or 2 weeks, however long it takes me to read this book. At some point I will make a pot of soup for myself, and then that way I can enjoy this book so much more. And then in my journaling pages, I can write a recipe along with the book review. Like, this is the soup that I made with this book, this is the way I did it, this is how I enjoyed it, this is what else I did in the month of January that made me. So my reading journal is my life surrounding the book, not just the book. Does that make sense to you? So like when I plate my soup, when I make the soup that I choose, I plate it. I will then take the photos and put them in the book along, in the journal along with the recipe. And so that's what I plan on tracking on this page. So a cozy a month in 2025. I'm going to read probably more than just the 12 books this year, but every single month I want to make sure I'm reading something specific for that month. So January is A Spoonful of Murder by Connie Archer. February is on hold, is waiting for me at my favorite bookstore, Novel. I'm going to go pick it up sometime this week, and it will have its own spread and everything. And that book is about, February is Black History Month, and also the month of love, and you think about sweets and chocolates and things like that. So that book is by Valerie Burns, who is a Black author with a Black female protagonist, and it also is a bacon cozy mystery. So that is what February is going to be. March is the Irish Bookshop, which once I pick up the book from Novel, my favorite book, I'll see if they have the Irish Bookshop mystery, and if they don't, I'll have them order it and then pick it up from them for the month of March. So you have a little St. Patrick's Day going on, so in the American version of it. So that's what I'll be reading for March. And then in the United States, taxes are due in April, so I do plan on reading Death, Taxes and a French Manicure by Diane Kelly. This is a Tara Hollowell novel, and it is the first in the series as well. So these two are the first in the series. Creating this list of cozies I wanted to read this year seasonally has been a labor of love, and I've truly enjoyed it. And so I'm going to transfer all of those books here shortly, but I just wanted to show you guys this. And so then this is like I said, the first in the series. I picked this up from McKay's bookstore in Nashville, and it is signed by the author. So I'm really excited to read this book, and I also have some stickers that are tax related, so that's going to be so much fun to read. And then I have some more books all in the middle, but in the month of November I'll be reading, this is a domestic diva mystery by Krista Davis, and this is the first in the series as well, and this book centers around Thanksgiving. The diva runs out of time, which is an herb. And so I just think I'm going to have so much fun with my cozy mysteries this year, because I'm going to be reading some very familiar authors, but I'm also going to be reading some that I haven't read before. And then just another book I found on my shelves, and I was about to use this one for these little pieces of book. No, I haven't read this yet, and I really want to read it. I actually picked this up from the Starbucks free library, and this is Lisa Kleypas' Christmas Eve at Friday Harbor. So I will be reading this in the month of December. So this was a very unintentional and impromptu video, but I see that it has gone on so long. I was going to do like a bookish vlog, but this is long enough. This is long enough. I just wanted to introduce this to you and let you know that you don't have to know exactly how everything's going to turn out to get started on your journaling. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to watch other people and compare yourselves. All you have to do is start. If I didn't have all of these journaling supplies and really wanted to create for myself a reading journal, I would go to the Dollar Tree, or sometimes Five Below or TJ Maxx, Home Goods, places like that. I will find an inexpensive journal. Those places usually have some stickers maybe sometimes, and sometimes they'll have like markers and ink pens that are all different colors. And I would just start. Don't be worried about making it look too pretty. I just feel like journaling and documenting your life is so much more important than worrying about aesthetics. this just happens to be my hobby. And if it's not your hobby, I get it, but still documenting your life is just such a fun thing to do. And you can look back and see your progress and your growth, because a lot of times you can't see your growth physically, right? Like, if you're working on your mindset, it takes people a while to see that. And so if you're documenting your life, you can see how you used to think negatively about this thing. For instance, I only liked the season spring. But after I start documenting my life and living seasonally, I can see how much fun the winter is for me. I'm going to make taxes fun this year. Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorite meal times. So you get to just kind of see, oh my goodness, 3 Thanksgivings ago, I was in an apartment by myself. This past Thanksgiving, I'm in Italy with my family, because I really started changing the way I looked at my life, and documenting my life helped me see those significant changes. That's enough of my spiel. I hope you guys enjoyed this really impromptu video. I mean, I literally went in my office, picked up this planner and go, I'm gonna start filming, and did. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this time and being with me today. As I continue to read throughout the month, I will pop back in and show you what I've created here in my journal. But right now, you guys, I am deeply in love what I have created here. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.